Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. It surprises me how disinterested we are today about things like physics, space, the universe, and philosophy of our existence, our purpose, our final destination. It's a crazy world out there. Be curious. My expectations were reduced to zero when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus. The science of second guessing. I think computer viruses should count as life. I think it says something about human nature that the only form of life we have created so far is purely destructive. We've created life in our own image. My goal is simple. It is a complete understanding of the universe, why it is as it is, and why it exists at all. Although I cannot move and I have to speak through a computer, in my mind I am free. One of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist. Without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist. There is a fundamental difference between religion, which is based on authority, and science, which is based on observation and reason. Science will win because it works. The universe doesn't allow perfection. The downside of my celebrity is that I cannot go anywhere in the world without being recognized. It is not enough for me to wear dark sunglasses and a wig. The wheelchair gives me away. I'm not afraid of death, but I'm in no hurry to die. If time travel is possible, where are the tourists from the future? Not only does God play dice, but He sometimes throws them where they cannot be seen. People who boast about their IQ are losers. I don't think the human race will survive the next 1,000 years, unless we spread into space. It matters if you just don't give up. The thing about smart people is that they seem like crazy people to dumb people. To confine our attention to terrestrial matters would be to limit the human spirit. I regard the afterlife to be a fairy story for people that are afraid of the dark. If aliens ever visit us, I think the outcome would be much as when Christopher Columbus first landed in America, which didn't turn out very well for the Native Americans. We only have to look at ourselves to see how intelligent life might develop into something we wouldn't want to meet. One is always a long way from solving a problem until one actually has the answer. The idea of 10 dimensions might sound exciting, but they would cause real problems if you forget where you parked your car. Time and space are finite in extent, but they don't have any boundary or edge. They would be like the surface of the Earth, but with 2 more dimensions. I like physics, but I love cartoons. Nothing is better than reading and gaining more and more knowledge. Government works best under the glare of public scrutiny. Absent such scrutiny, abuses occur. It is not clear that intelligence has any long-term survival value. Thus, in a sense, we are all doomed. Even if we stay away from black holes. The human capacity for guilt is such that people can always find ways to blame themselves. God abhors a naked singularity. Simplicity is a matter of taste. The increase of disorder or entropy is what distinguishes the past from the future, giving a direction to time. Eternity is a long time, especially towards the end. I regard the brain as a computer which will stop working when its components fail. There is no heaven or afterlife for broken down computers. That is a fairy story for people afraid of the dark. We are in danger of destroying ourselves by our greed and stupidity. We cannot remain looking inwards at ourselves on a small and increasingly polluted and overcrowded planet. The whole history of science has been the gradual realization that events do not happen in an arbitrary manner, but that they reflect a certain underlying order, which may or may not be divinely inspired. There could be whole anti-worlds and anti-people made out of antiparticles. However, if you meet your anti-self, don't shake hands. You would both vanish in a great flash of light. Not to take this web of dualities as a sign we are on the right track would be a bit like believing that God put fossils into the rocks in order to mislead Darwin about the evolution of life. Mankind's greatest achievements have come about by talking and its greatest failures by not talking. It doesn't have to be like this. There should be no boundaries to human endeavor. However bad life may seem, while there's life, there is hope. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special.